Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire 2. We're sat staring at Denver. We have it paused as we have a few things to decide on. Produce 3 loads of beer per week via your factories. Now, Topeka is probably close to that on its own. However, it's going to be ridiculously expensive. We do have to found some cities as well, but we've got a few options there. Beer. Yeah, there we go. If we could buy the brewery in Topeka, that would instantly complete the task, as it's 3.2. That is the price. Our other options, possibly, are to get 2 level 1s, which would give us the same amount, and we could do that by either founding 2 cities or maybe grabbing this from Denver, and then we're halfway there. If we found Cheyenne, then we could give them a butcher's, a meat industry, and if we found Oklahoma, they could be the other beer producer, so we'd do those first. A brewery in Oklahoma, and if we buy the one in Denver, would give us the 3 that we require. It's going to take a while. We could build one, obviously, in Dodge. A brewery is going to cost us 434,000, so that is a no-brainer, isn't it? That's actually cheaper. Yeah, 311. So we'll try and grab this. It's a bit risky. I don't know whether the AI...
Vishern,
Nope.
You bought something at auction.
Vishern indeed. 233,000 for a brewery. That is a bargain. There are no other breweries, are there? No, there is one in North Platte, but it's level 1 and it's busy. If it's cheaper than 400 and whatever thousand it is, we might be able to do it. No, it's like 1.9 million because it's mostly at 100%. I have figured out that it takes this past 10 weeks and where this line is for the duration, so probably an average, to determine the price, the auction price of the facility. So when we bought the one in Denver for very cheap, it was only... yeah, it's right down here. We could have probably got it cheaper, but it was still way cheaper than buying our own. Unfortunately, there's not really anything else we can do. I don't think we can buy them in here if there is one anywhere. No, I had a look everywhere. I couldn't see another one. I don't really want to buy one in Dodge. Perhaps we could make... well, actually, they've got clay and they've got coal and down here, so with our cities growing to the east of it, we could maybe get some ceramics underway for Dodge. They won't have any of the low-end products themselves or be making them, but it would work out quite well, wouldn't it? Oh yes, and train usage please. We do have a few red trains hanging around, that's for sure. We've got to set up we should set up a little mix service possibly between Wichita and Dodge, which is going to get that busy again. So choices. This was a good buy. That was pretty decent. It's a shame this one is so expensive. We can't take out any bonds. So our next one down will be founding another city. It might be worthwhile founding Oklahoma and building them a brewery, as then we've got Oklahoma up and running anyway, and that would be a connection into Dodge and Wichita. And we've got to go for this we've got to go for this 375,000 population across our network. A few slowed trains, sort of, maybe, but not urgent. We're gonna have to keep an eye on all of these upgrading cities, aren't we? Should we get Oklahoma up and running? I like it because at the very least we get it connected. It is going to have a brewery, so if we can afford it, that's that done.
Wie hübsch. The station fits into the cityscape, I must admit.
Yes, doesn't it just? Does it though? I kind of just plonked it on the outskirts, which is maybe where you want it. It was right next to a church, was that? Yeah, there was a church just there. You can see it. And we might demolish it with all of our tracks there. Now, we do have to double platform a few of these new cities. I'm not in any rush to do it. And we'll probably still come in across here. And into what is becoming quite the nightmare of a junction. We need to go across this river a little better, don't we? Perhaps we can get it something like that instead. Is that good enough? We kind of go out a lot, don't we? We might be better off going across here. Yeah, because although it was on the way to Dodge City, which might not be a bad idea, but I feel like separating those two would be a better idea. Oh, that's a little nicer. We could choose which side of town we go in, but this looks better. Get you straightened out. There we go, 120k. It's not a bad little journey, is it? No, this would be the outside track. As long as we can leave a block, we can move that, though. Will that leave a block? I think it will, won't it? Let's get you in. Yeah, we've got a signal there protecting it heading out of Wichita, and we have one heading in as well. So just enough room there. And now we can probably only double track up to the bridge just to save us some funds while we're doing this. Maybe double track there, 26k, and then we'll get those trains up and running. If we do that and we're sending a bunch of trains out, they can move up to the passing loop, can't they? There we go. You're all signalled. We'll need that connection as we need to send our meat along, and then we're going to do the grain and the wood again. Although we do have grain here, don't we? So maybe that will be the last connection we do, since we need to hook that up anyway. Money is very tight, isn't it? Alright, let's hit play and see what happens. We need to keep an eye on what Charlie Chuckles over here is going to be doing. I'm going to say he's going to get all up in our business somehow. He has ways to branch off, so he can still block us. Yeah, he might. He might. What we're doing here, though, is task focused. And now we have enough money to at least get our meat train scheduled. And that can head out. Freight only, please. And only meat. That's all you need. It really won't take anything else. I like to do it just in case something bizarre happens. Peace of mind. There we go. You go. No, you'll be fine. That is by design. It really doesn't like that, does it, having bi-directional track? Which is a clue to how the devs wish you to play. I'm used to saving money in Railway Empire 1 still, having bi-directional track where it's possible. And yeah, early on that allows you to spread wide pretty early. Right, should we get a wood train on the way? How much wood do we have in here now? Ooh, we've run out of wood, guys. And we can't build that one because it is... Yeah, the one in North Texas is stuck. This is not Ratton. And I've had a go at the pronunciation and I still can't get it. It's like Raton or something. Yeah, Raton Pass. Which flummoxed me a little bit when I heard that pronounced for the first time. Well, let's get a train underway. The other one's not really doing anything. You're going to go all the way to Oklahoma City. Again, not ideal, but it's a one-way trip. Wait until you've got 8. There we go. And get you queued up. Yes, you're fine. You're going to complain about that with every train until we completely double track that. Let's just double check. We don't have any trains left heading to Dodge. We do not. And, oh, there's our meat train on the way. Beautiful. That didn't take long, did it? And we can indeed... Oh, it was up, but then it went down. I was going to say we can duplicate this, but we're going to be short on our wood. Well, we do have wood up there, but the cost of hooking this up, we did... In fact, we do need to hook it up to Omaha, but, yeah, there's a... Maybe it would get it probably a lot sooner than this, unless this levels up to 2, and then it won't be. Yeah, should we do it here? Because there's a fresh batch of 30, and we can take it to Omaha then, and cancel the train. Do we have a mixed service heading to Omaha? We do. Yeah, cancel wood from this train. Now that'll lighten that up a bit and give us a bit more to take. So we could do that. I like it. We've got to change what's in that warehouse regardless. Let's do it, guys. Let's set up the wood into Omaha. There we go. We've got about as close to the city as possible. We will have to double track into the rear of Omaha. But that's all. We can single track most of the way. But yeah, this is probably going to be better for us, isn't it?
This rural business could use another station.
Okay, now what's he doing? What are you doing now? Which rural business? You've not built anywhere this time. I did see that. I definitely saw that happen in the recording, as you've seen. But now what have you done? Oh, was he supposed to go somewhere and hasn't? We might have blocked him, guys. I wonder if he was supposed to go over here somewhere. Yeah, he hasn't done anything there, has he? Oh, it's beautiful. we blocked him. Okay, we have 2 research points to spend. This is a power one. Now, while it won't affect our Inyo, it would increase the speed of the Forkanaut, which we do run at least one. But it would also increase the power and top speed of our freight trains and bring those a little closer to the Inyo. So I like that quite a bit. Ooh, I do like that as well. Accelerates the processing of all wagons by 5%. That's just across the board, isn't it? This might be useful for getting trains moving, but we are seeing a backlog, aren't we? So the quicker our trains are being processed, the better. That's what I'm going with. Okay, yeah, I don't know where you built this time. That was already there. I'm pretty sure that was already there as well. Yep, no idea. I'm confident this time, unless he's just built a station in the middle of nowhere, which I highly doubt. Anyway, right, back to our little wood building. We have 0 funds, but that's fine. We will do shortly. We're now up to 124,000 a week. It's a lot trickier to get funds together for this because we're having to run mixed services to get enough services running. We just simply can't afford to separate them. And we might fall behind quite a bit in our task progress. I'm in no real rush to build this because we've got to afford the trains as well, but we might be able to sell the meat train. I completely forgot about that. And while we was waiting for our funds, should we go and check? I believe it's on the way back. Look at that. Yeah, let's pause that there. Take out that. You the meat train, Wichita to Oklahoma City. Don't need you going back in and clogging up the network. Let's delete you. Do we have enough wood here? Not even close, so this was a good idea. But it does mean... Is that everything we need? I think it is, isn't it? Does mean we can get this delivered. No, not to there. Don't do that. We need to get the city founded, don't we? Yeah, let's go from Thomas Stop. It's a ginormous journey, but can't be helped because there's not really any closer wood. Well, there's obviously this, but it's empty. So we'll get this running. Wait until you have 8. Oh, that rhymes. Wait until 8. Let's get you a Baldwin 10-wheeler on 44 miles an hour. And yeah, we've done all that. It's 68,250, so that's a decent price. We need one more after this. And we're obviously not going to be able to afford that just yet. I'm just glad we're starting to make a decent income now. 131,000 and climbing. So we have the funds now to get our next train underway. And then we're going to get a similar situation to this wood. over in Omaha set up. Oh, goodness me. Omaha has grown. They kind of want to make planks or something, don't they? Because they have access to wood here. Yeah, and these guys can make paper, perhaps. So we can duplicate our train now. All is good. That'll be our final logging train, I guess. Wood train. And now we need to set up something similar. The other side of Oklahoma. It'd be a bit tricky with this one, as we've got trains entering the station from both ends. The trains from this direction should wait at this signal here. I guess what we need to do for now, for this setup, is give them a place to wait before the station. It's a little bit more expense, but we are about to get a refund for this train that's coming in. Our first of our logging trains. And then we're good to go, aren't we? Saw our other logging train filling up. We should be full on meat. This is our first log train. Then we need 2 grain trains, which we will be able to definitely afford after this one heads into the station. Now we've got some apples to set up here, which we should do rapidly, as it's costing us a fortune to just have sitting there. One of the reasons you don't really want an industry just sat there. Right, are you filling up? You are. Oh, in fact, we can afford this one right now. Let's get one set up and wait until 8. Oh dear. Right, you're off. Yes, you can be deleted. Is that the right one? Norris train station? I believe so. And then we can duplicate you, and then that's all of our trains done. And that will give us the task complete for founding 2 cities. We can make use of the settler bonus, but they cost an absolute fortune. So won't be doing that. I don't think we're going to be able to afford to build that either, unless we manage to get a bond flip going, which we can't do. Everything just grows all at once, doesn't it, if you're doing too well. It looks terrible at the moment with all of our oil signs, but as we've experienced, it doesn't affect it the most. And it's probably not the way you're supposed to play it, but I'll take it. Save us a bit of money. Oh, do you know, should we get rid of at least some? We could get rid of this one, couldn't we? We'll just put a up here will do on the double track. And we'll get rid of the bit up here as well. There we go. And was there another one? Is it the milk heading that way? I think so, right? Yeah, I think it's the milk. We'll have you off the track up there and enough room for some blocking. So at least get rid of some of those. There we go, guys. Right, we've got another train coming back in. This one can be sold. There we go. You're on the way in for our grain. Oklahoma is now... We should have some more wood on the way. It might be you. What's the name of the station? Thomas Stop. Well, it'll be to Oklahoma, won't it? Yeah, to Oklahoma City. There you go. There you are. Right, that is our grain complete. We will keep the grain train, but we're going to make some changes. If we've got enough money, I would like to get planks up and running in Omaha. That would be kind of nice, taking planks down to Kansas, Topeka, and to North Platte. Yes, that is the plan. It's going to be pricey though. It's at least 400 and something thousand, isn't it, for wood? 434,000. Very pricey indeed. Oh, and of course we've got to buy the brewery. Otherwise that achievement's never going to happen. Now, this one's probably going to be hemorrhaging money. Maybe. Once we can get Cheyenne done, then maybe not. Maybe it'll be okay. Right, Oklahoma is growing again. They had a slight snafu. We need to save up enough for... Maybe save up enough for their brewery. Grabbing that, though, might be an idea. They've built a brewery in Dodge, which is just not really ideal. But at the same time, it's not like we could have done anything. I mean, we could, but then none of what we've just done would have been possible. Not until we can get some sort of bond flip anyway. Yeah, money's fluctuating a little bit. I would like to get planks underway over here, though. Since we've got to wait for our trains to meander all the way through to Oklahoma City. So, yeah. What was it? It was 434,000. So, we're almost there. We can squeeze this in. I don't want to risk going for an industry bonus, as it doesn't always happen. Right, should we get you... Let's get you out there. There we go. Now what we can do is well, there we go. Both of our logging trains are on the way to Oklahoma City. Beautiful. I don't think we've got any more. No, just the Topeka train. So now we can set this wood situation up. And how much is that going to cost us? 130,000 might be worth doing if we can get away with it. Yeah. Oh no, get your beer grand. Look at me. Although we're not going to be able to afford it, are we? But we need to wait until we've got enough funds, that's for sure. You are dropping off your logs. I might wait until he gets into the passing loop so we can see a passing loop in action and some grazing buffalo. Let's get down here with the buffalo. There we go. That's how a passing loop should work. Our train here waiting to get into the station. Could have done it maybe closer to the station because now he's got to go that distance. And he would have already been in and done. I like that. It's pleasant, isn't it? Right. Are you not going to give him a signal? That was a weird way to let them go. Well, I guess it makes sense. It waited until he had passed this signal before he freed him onto this track, so it didn't release it until it got to that signal by the looks of things. Not how it works in Transport Fever 2. In Transport Fever 2, it would clear the track behind it as soon as it had left the block. Right, there we go. This is our final train for our Found City task. And then we're good to go. Oh, did I delete that one? I just let him go, didn't I? Right, I'll get rid of you. It's only 65,000. Obviously, the cost of running the train is deducted. We can improve that. There we go.
See the hope on their faces.
Let's delete you.
They trust us to transport them to their new lives. Also, they know that the potential here in the West is unlimited.
If we can afford this, I might grab it. Yeah, it's still dirt cheap, isn't it? We're going to make profit off that. Big profit. So,
At that
yes.
price, I might have taken it too.
Even our competitor agrees. That's extremely rare. But I don't know. He's like hot and cold with us, isn't he, really? Depends how much we're up in his business. Okay, let's get our log train running, because otherwise we're just going to be losing money on that rather than earning a lovely profit. Freight only? We'll get you wait until 4, not 8. And Baldwin 10-wheeler. There we go. Now, you're going to be requiring the logs from here, as well as the logs for your wooden planks there. And you should be taking the wooden planks down to Kansas at the very least, shouldn't you? There we go. Yes, you are going to be taking it to Kansas. 55,000 population, I would imagine that is. Yeah, what are you at, Kansas? Yes, more than likely. We could have, of course, upgrade Kansas to a library. I don't really fancy them growing.
Efficient execution, a successful sabotage.
You are sabotaging us? Oh, you cheeky monkey. No wagons can be loaded at this train station until June 11th. Sir. Oh, the AI, really. I mean, I like it. It's a bit of competition, isn't it? So that's taken out wood from here into Topeka and to Kansas until June 11th. Goodness me. Fortunately, we do have logging up there. We could pass that down, I guess. I don't think it's really required. Right, we have enough money to build our brewery. And that will be our other task, won't it? Yes, it will. Beautiful. We'll go down this end, perhaps. Yeah, right on the edge there.
The Great Plains are an ideal place to grow wheat. Imagine this vastness gilded in the light of the sun.
Okay, so now we don't have to worry about producing beer. We have 2 breweries at our disposal. And now we are left with population boosting. So, I mean, just natural growth of our network. That's a random breakdown. We are short on cash, so how we do this is going to be tricky. Possibly some more mixed routes or topping up on stuff we don't have. It's a shame we couldn't have built our ceramics there, but we have built a few things though. Topeka is actually close to a new industry, so if we get paper in Topeka, I know we could get furniture. Where is paper? Not that one. Where is paper in the great scheme of things? Paper's directly after furniture. So yes, probably get Kansas making furniture, couldn't we? And then that'll be those 3 sorted. Wichita would also receive some of those goodies. We've got a full train here. What is it? Is it the... Oh, it's the North Platte train. And yeah, they run low on water, but that's fine. That's fine. I might duplicate you. No, don't duplicate. This one we would need spreading out, wouldn't we? Spacing out. So we would like 2 trains on the same line. Are you going to find a space in Wichita? We might want to consider expanding some of these stations, widening them. That's a mouthful. What else could we do? Maybe a mixed train from Dodge into Wichita. That is some more beer. It's not our beer, but maybe we can block them taking it from the one we don't own. I like that, and we'll take them from Oklahoma instead into Wichita. Yes, right. We do want to take meat back though, so we'll just block our beer. We don't want to take sugar really. We should hook that up ourselves. Yeah, don't take sugar back. And you can take milk back. We don't really want you taking grain, but everything else is fine. There we go. Let's get an automatic train for you. And we'll get an automatic train running from Oklahoma into Wichita. And yeah, you can just take whatever. You're going to be taking beer to them, I hope. And then we're going to have to see about widening Wichita Station. And possibly in the future, having separate stations for freight and passengers. What do we want here? Automatic, yes. So that'll be the Inyo. And we're going to block nothing from you. There we go. It's running this semi-double track thing that we've got going on there. We have got rid of pretty much all of our refueling issues. He keeps chatting away because I think he's supposed to go places. He just isn't, is he? There we go. It's empty on everything. It's doing 44 miles an hour. So the only reason I'm putting this in here really is to take the icon away. That's annoying enough for me. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Right then, 1 star. Anything of use? The running costs. We're not really running any maintenance buildings. I'm sure they're useful. I just don't find much of a need for them. Increase the amount of packages. No, we really can't keep up as is. Now, the residual value you get when we're replacing old locomotives might be kind of useful. When we were expanding, right, we'll save a little bit of money there. And if we get a new loco, it's going to save us quite a lot, upgrading the fleet. So, well worth it. We'll wait until Topeka grows. They're almost there. And then we'll try and get them paper in. How is our bond flipping looking non-existent is the answer there, Grand. Dear oh dear. We do have a train running. That is just Topeka to Denver. We should now maybe have a North Platte train. Just for mainly passengers. But we can... Yeah, we can have a mixed service, can't we? And just in case we start taking some other goodies. Right, let's get another Inyo running there. Put your teeth in, Grand. Are you going to take some passengers over to North Platte? Are you going to take some mail? Oh, and some passengers. Oh, they've been waiting, haven't they? Look at all that. 80 passengers so far. 120 mailback. Goodness me, you're a full train. You're beautiful. Right, we've got to save up now for Topeka's industry. And you are going to get yourself... Goodness me, Kansas growing as well. That was without the wood. Although that's back in action now. And yeah, how much is paper going to cost us over here? 493,000, which obviously we're a little ways off, but we are making quite a bit of money. We're up to 151,000 per week. Busy one today. How are we doing on the state of play? We are just over 75,000 away from reaching our target. Topeka, you're going to get some paper industries built. We still don't have a building in there. Perhaps we should do that sooner rather than later. Okay guys, we are heading into Wichita, where we're just going to see how busy it is and how long it takes us to get in there. So a little bit of a relaxing one, and avoid the sway a little bit. I'm surprised that bell isn't ringing constantly given the wiggle. But yeah, fun one today. We got 2 more tasks marked off, and we're well on the way to the 3rd. Hope you enjoyed that one. I did, as per usual. Do love me some Railway Empire too. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.